My child, before you move on to the next video, just stop. Not for long. Just for a moment. Because I know how fast your mind is moving right now. I know how quickly your thumb scrolls. Jumping from one thing to another. Searching for something you cannot quite explain. Another video. Another voice. Another distraction. But something about this moment feels different, doesn't it? Something made you pause. And I want you to understand something very clearly. That pause was not random. You didn't land here by accident. You didn't stay here without a reason. And you are not listening to these words by coincidence. There is something deeper happening right now. Something beyond logic. Something beyond what your mind can immediately understand. But your heart recognizes it. That quiet feeling inside you. The one you can't fully explain. That is what brought you here. So don't ignore it. Not this time. Stay with me, just a little longer. Because what you are about to hear is something your soul has been needing for a long time. My child, I see you. Not just the version of you that the world sees. Not just the version you show to others. But the real you. The one behind the smile. The one behind the "I'm fine." The one behind the silence. I see the thoughts you don't say out loud. The questions that keep returning to your mind. Again and again. Even when you try to ignore them. I see the moments when you sit alone. Thinking about your life. Wondering if you are truly moving in the right direction. I see the uncertainty you try to hide. The quiet pressure you carry every day. Without telling anyone. Because you don't want to burden others. Because you feel like no one would fully understand anyway. So you keep it inside. You carry it quietly. And over time, it becomes heavy. There are moments when you feel strong. Moments when you tell yourself, I can handle this. But then there are other moments. Moments when everything feels unclear. When your thoughts become louder. When doubt starts creeping in. And you begin to ask yourself questions like, am I doing enough? Am I on the right path? Why does it feel like I'm trying, but not getting anywhere? And my child, those questions, they've been sitting in your heart for a while now. Haven't they? You look around. And it feels like everyone else is moving forward. Everyone else seems to have clarity. Direction. Momentum. And then you look at yourself. And it feels like you're still trying to figure things out. Still waiting. Still hoping. Still searching for something to finally click. And that comparison. That silent comparison. It has been affecting you more than you admit. But listen to me carefully now. Because this part matters. You are not behind. You are not late. And you are not lost. You are in a process. A process that is shaping you. In ways you cannot yet fully see. My child. I know there have been days when you felt tired. Not just physically. But mentally. Emotionally. Spiritually. Days when even simple things felt heavy. Days when your energy was low. Your motivation was missing. And your mind kept overthinking everything. And in those moments, you didn't need answers. You just needed peace. And yet, even in those moments, you kept going. Maybe slowly. Maybe without full clarity. But you didn't stop. And that matters more than you realize. Because strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength is quiet. Sometimes strength looks like getting up when you don't feel like it. Continuing when you don't feel motivated. Holding on when things don't make sense. And my child, you have done that. Again. And again. And again. There were moments when you wanted to give up. Moments when it felt easier to stop trying. To just let go. And stop caring so much. But something inside you didn't let you. Something kept you going. Even when you didn't fully understand why. That something was not random. That was guidance. You may not have noticed it at the time. You may have thought it was just you trying to stay strong. But there was more happening. There was something within you, gently pushing you forward. Keeping you from completely falling apart. Keeping you from walking away. And that presence is still with you. Right now. My child. You are not alone in this. Even in the moments when it felt like you were. Even in the silence. Even in the confusion. You were never alone. I have been with you. In ways you did not recognize. Guiding you. In moments you thought were random. Protecting you. From things you didn't even see coming. And I know. Right now. You still have questions. You still want clarity. You still want to understand where your life is going. And that's okay. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You don't need to see the entire path. You don't need to know every answer. Right now, all you need to do is stay. Stay present. Stay open. Stay willing to listen. Because this moment, this exact moment, is not here by accident. It is here. For you. And if you feel something inside you becoming calm, even slightly, then don't ignore that. That calm is not random. That is alignment. That is your heart recognizing truth. So stay with me. Because this is just the beginning. And what you are about to understand next will change the way you see everything that has been happening in your life. My child, stay with me. Do not let your attention drift away now. Because what I am about to say is something your heart has been quietly waiting to hear. You have been trying to understand your life. Not just on the surface, but deeply. You've been asking questions that you don't always say out loud. Questions that return when you're alone. When everything becomes quiet. And your thoughts finally have space to speak. You've been wondering, am I going in the right direction? Is all of this effort leading somewhere? Why does it feel like I'm trying, but nothing is changing? And my child, I hear every one of those questions. Even the ones you never speak. I see you in moments that no one else sees. The moments when you pause and stare into nothing, lost in your own thoughts. The moments when you replay situations in your mind, thinking about what you could have done differently. The moments when you feel uncertain about your future, and you wish you had clarity. I see the quiet frustration. The kind that doesn't come out as anger, but sits silently inside you, slowly building. You don't always express it. You don't always show it. But it's there. That feeling of trying and not seeing results. That feeling of moving but not arriving. That feeling of waiting without knowing what you're waiting for. And over time, that feeling starts to turn into doubt. Not loud doubt, but quiet doubt. The kind that whispers things like, maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I'm just stuck like this. My child, listen carefully. That voice is not the truth. You have been trying harder than you give yourself credit for. You have been holding on, even when it would have been easier to let go. You have been continuing, even when things didn't make sense. And that matters more than you realize. I know there have been days when you felt emotionally drained. Days when your energy felt low, and your mind felt heavy. Days when even simple things felt like too much. And in those moments, you questioned yourself. You wondered if something was wrong with you. You wondered why it felt harder for you than it seems for others. But my child, nothing is wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are in a process. A process that is stretching you, growing you, preparing you. Growth is not always comfortable. In fact, most of the time, it isn't. Because growth requires change. And change requires you to step into the unknown. And the unknown is where your mind starts to feel uncertain. Where your thoughts start asking questions. Where your comfort starts to fade. But listen to this carefully. Just because something feels uncomfortable does not mean it is wrong. Sometimes it means you are expanding. My child, there have been moments when you felt like you were doing everything right. And still, nothing changed. That confusion. That feeling of, why isn't this working? It stayed with you. You looked at your effort. And you expected results. You looked at your consistency. And you expected movement. But when things didn't shift, you started questioning everything. Your path. Your decisions. Your timing. Even yourself. But what you could not see was what was happening beneath the surface. Not everything in your life moves instantly. Not everything shows results immediately. Some things take time to form. Just like a seed, when it is planted in the ground. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. No movement. No growth. No visible change. But beneath the surface, everything is happening. Roots are forming. Foundations are being built. Strength is developing. And that stage, that invisible stage, is necessary. Because without strong roots, nothing can grow properly. My child, you are in that stage. You are growing. Even if you cannot see it yet. The patience you are developing. The awareness you are gaining. The strength you are building. All of it is preparing you. I know you want visible results. I know you want clarity. I know you want something solid to hold on to. But right now, you are being prepared internally. Because what is coming into your life will require a stronger version of you. And that version is being built right now. You may feel like you are standing still. But you are not. You are evolving. Even in your confusion, there is growth. Even in your waiting, there is progress. Even in your silence, there is transformation. My child, you have not been wasting your time. None of this has been meaningless. None of this has been random. Every moment, even the ones you didn't understand, has been shaping you. The situations that didn't work out taught you something. The delays that frustrated you strengthened you. The uncertainty that challenged you made you more aware. And even though you don't always recognize it, you are not the same person you were before. You think you are in the same place. But you are not. Because you have changed. You think nothing has moved. But your understanding has. Your mindset has. Your awareness has. And that matters. Because your inner world is what creates your outer reality. My child, I want you to stop measuring your progress only by what you can see. Because not all progress is visible. Some progress happens within you. Quietly. Gradually. Step by step. And one day, that inner change will reflect in your outer life. But for now, you must trust the process. Even when it feels slow. Even when it feels unclear. Even when you still have questions. Because I am still working. Even in the silence. Even in the waiting. Even in the moments you feel nothing is happening. I am still working. My child, stay with me. Because what you are about to understand next will change the way you see your delays, your failures, and everything that did not go the way you expected.